Is it actually possible to beat Blocktails on Hell mode? This is what we're going to find out. We start the channels by opening up the game, obviously, and then choosing a new save file, obviously. We start with some interesting backstory that we skip because it's not relevant to the challenge. Then we wake up on this very nice person's bed. His name is Terry. Luckily he doesn't mind, right Terry? Okay. Anyway, after talking about a real time travel paradox, we are being informed that a man named Shedlaki is looking for us. Yes, his name is Shedlaki and not
Shiitake.
Anyway, we start the prologue, and this is where the challenge actually begins. You see, Blocktails is a fairly easy game, but there are a few ways to make it much harder. And it all comes down to this guy. He's upset because everyone are saying that the game is too easy, so he sells us some cards that will make the game much harder. The cards in question are the TikTok card, which disables the rolling HP meter pause during thinking, meaning whenever you take damage it will all go down instantly. The Thrill Seeker card, which makes you gain 20+% more XP, but halves your guarding window, meaning you only have half the time for each attack to block it. The Gesto card, which you also get a 20+ more percent XP with, but it disables super guarding, which to be completely honest I don't really understand what it means. And the Double Pain card, which is exactly what it sounds like. It makes you take double the damage in exchange for 10+% more XP. Combined all with the Hard Mode card, which basically makes you take double the damage again, but in exchange for 50+ XP, and we get Hell Mode. Also, I know that you're probably wondering, why aren't I using the Thick Skull card? For those who don't know, the Thick Skull prevents you from gaining XP, basically preventing me from leveling up, meaning I can't get more health points, super points, and build points. But believe it or not, I'm not going to do it, because leveling up will be actually essential for this challenge, otherwise it will be pretty much impossible. Anyway, after spending all of my money on healing and SP recovering items, I was ready to start the challenge for real. In the way, I stopped near this guy, remembering that he has some cards that I could use. And using my knowledge of where there is bugs in this game, I went to the library to get some. With the bugs I found, I used it to buy the SP Finder, which is a card that helps you get one more SP after each battle, which is very helpful. Although in a challenge like this, basically everything is helpful. Alright, we enter Roblox HQ to fight our first enemy. Bring it on, you little... Excuse me? I kept going and I stumbled across another enemy. This time it was way more problematic than before. Yeah, you can already see the problem. If I take so much damage from normal enemies, you can already imagine how the boss fights will go. What is happening to me? Anyway, after I beated all the enemies in the building, I engaged the fight between red and blue. This fight is easy. Alright, time to beat up some kids. Yeah, you can already see the problem. You see, the thing with red and blue is that they do the same damage as normal enemies, but they have so much more health. And with my guarding time being cut in half, it's much more difficult now. I tried to use healing items in battle in order to stay alive, but the real problem came in when I killed blue. You see, the biggest problem about red and blue is that at the moment you kill one of them, the other one gets a huge damage boost. Yeah, I actually lost to the first boss of the game. The main problem I had is not being able to block because my guarding time was cut in half. But it is just a minor hiccup. I knew that if I would try again, I could pass it. Guess how that ended up. My strategy was to hit blue as much as I could, and then when she's really low, start hitting red instead of killing her, so none of them will get the damage boost. But as you can see, that didn't work out. And then there was my third loss. I was getting humiliated by two kids and I did not like that at all. I realized that I was simply not prepared enough, so I went back to Beastville in order to buy a special card that will help me out. The Defense Plus card. This card is very simple. Basically what it does is it makes you take less damage from attacks. Simple as that. However, it costs $5, so I went around Beastville looking for bugs. In the way, I also bought a few items such as an onion ring, which will help me to heal through battles, and the rubber, which will make me... and the rubber, which makes the attack... it will help me protect myself, okay? I reorganized my inventory and then started roaming the city looking for bugs. That is the last obtainable box in the prologue. If I won't be able to get that, I'm doomed. There are two ways to get that box. With the rocket boots, which I haven't unlocked yet, and with the ball. And to be completely honest with you, it was much easier than I thought. So after buying my Defense Plus card, I went into Roblox HQ and beated some more enemies in order to get more build points so I could equip it. During one of the fights, an enemy dropped the Slow Go card, which will be very useful for this challenge because it makes you slower, but it makes enemies harder to detect you, so I could avoid fights that I don't want to do. After all of that, it was time for round 4, and this time I was ready. Yeah, as you can see, the Defense Plus card came really in handy because it deflected basically all of their attacks, leaving them basically defenseless. However, I kept my original strategy of lowering their HP and not killing any one of them until they're almost dead, so none of them would get the damage boost. In the end, I decided to use a 200 IQ move and kill them both with a bomb, so I won't have to face any of them while they're boosted. Just to clarify, it took me 4 tries to beat the first boss of the game. This challenge is going to be mad difficult. Anyway, after saving Shedlaki, he gave me a wooden sword that will help me deal with enemies and break planks. Easy. I got another bombs and the power stab. Through all of the time I was looking for a challenge and then I found it. No, just kidding, I kicked that guy's ass. I got some items and back until I decided to go fishing. Now I know what you're thinking. Why? Believe it or not, fishing will actually be quite useful for the challenge because the fishes I will fish can help me in battle. Like this yellow clownfish I caught, which gives me 5 HP and 5 SP, basically making it a cheeseburger and a Bloxy Cola in one item. I walked past your mom and I continued on to my next challenge. Noobador. Now I did beat this guy first try, but it doesn't mean he wasn't very hard. I immediately started with a bomb so I could get rid of red and blue because they both had only 2 HP, but then the fight started for real and Noobador did not hold back on me. Yes, you saw that right. 8 HP, and that's with the Defense Plus card. To say I was scared would be an understatement. Luckily I had some items which will help me heal. Not to mention that his attacks also made me dizzy. We both landed very heavy attacks on each other. Unfortunately, his attacks were much heavier. But remember the yellow clownfish I got? Yep, it came in handy. And you all were skeptical. Never underestimate the power of the yellow clownfish.
Can I have cheeseburger? Can I have cheeseburger, please? Can I have cheeseburger, please?
So after humiliating an uncle in front of his nephews, I found more bucks and went back to Beesville to buy the Defender card. As you can see, this card basically makes you take less damage in exchange of doing less damage. A very useful card, especially in this challenge. Even though I can't equip it yet, but we have it for when we need it. I fished some more and then we finally went to the caves and finished with the prologue.